Yes. Let me tell you something. I was driving in my car, and like many of us are driving our car, you know that rear view mirror that's on the side of the window, and it says objects in mirror are closer than they appear. What objects, what opportunities are closer than they appear in your life? I am Frida Doxy, head coach, life transformation strategist, where I help people to renew their minds and they can transform their lives to live the life they choose to live. So when you see those words in the rearview mirror that says objects are closer than they appear, you are on the alert and you're guessing the distance, right, in order to put your turn signal and move into another lane. And that's exactly what is going on in our life. We have opportunities that are so close to us. And I want you to be intentional about being aware of those opportunities. For example, my husband and I, we decided to go to the hot tub and sit in it. And as we came through the gate, there were two guys there. And so I believe courtesy is, so you say, is it okay that we join you? Now, mind you, we can join, but it's common courtesy. And so while we sat there and enjoying the hot water and the bubbles and everything, I asked the young man, so what do you do? And each one of us began to share with the other what we do and who we are. And we even got into how long have you been living in this city? Where did you come from? And as we were talking and sharing our life, if you will, we found some things in common. And one of the things that we found in common is that one of the young men, I, and my husband, we're all entrepreneurs. And so his friends, hey, why don't you show them what you're working on? And so the young man got out of the tub and he got his object and he brought it to the tub. And I winked because I want you to hear what I just said. He brought his object, right? Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. And he showed us this 3D object that he had made. It was fabulous. It was incredible. And he began to tell us how he made it. And he talked about the cost and everything. And we were definitely interested in how he was able to do this. Not so much for us to do that, because that was an opportunity. He laid everything out for us. And even though it was an opportunity, it was closer than we thought, right? Right there in the hot tub was an opportunity that were closer than we thought it would be, right? And then the other young man began to talk about how he is in the armed services. And I began to share with him how I have, and still do to this day, work with those veterans who are in the armed services or who served in the military. And my role I'm also a licensed mental health counselor. And I began to share with him some things that I've learned, and it piqued his interest. And then my husband began to share, with his financial background. And they were like, oh yeah, we need some financial help. And are we making the right financial decision? Objects, opportunities are closer than we think. And before the young men left, they said, hey, we got to go. No problem. He said, but how about this? This was a great hot tub conversation. And guess what I said to him? I said, do not be surprised that you're going to find a podcast led by me, and it's titled Hot Tub Conversation. That was an opportunity. That is an opportunity. Just like that. And how does opportunity happens and does not escape us is when we are intentional. We are intentional in our life. We are sure about our purpose. My purpose is renewing minds and transforming lives. So I am intentional, and I'm intentionally listening to individuals as they are talking, not just to be talking, but I am intentionally listening to see how I may contribute, even in the moment, an opportunity for them to renew their mindset so they can transform their life and live their best life. And so when I said that to the young man, his eyes popped, and he said, that's a great idea. I said, if you want to do it, that's great. He said, no, I got my thing. He said, but that's a great idea. Just like that, I piqued his interest. I immediately saw an opportunity, and I will be doing hot tub conversation. How long would it last? I have no idea. Hot tub conversation, just like that, opportunity are closer than we think. So what gets in the way Let's talk about a couple things that gets in the way of us seeing and gauging how close those opportunities are. So when the object's in the mirror, we have to gauge how close is that car to me that I can make this, I can switch lanes and get in front of that car. How close are they? And this is some things you want to pay attention to. There are three things that can get in the way of us understanding and knowing how close we are to that opportunity. One thing is our thinking. That's why what I do is renewing minds. Our thinking. How much of our thinking is geared towards opportunities? Or how much of our thinking is geared towards objections? Where when someone says to us anything that sounds positive and a stretch, oh, no, can't do that. That won't work. It can't happen. So-and-so is already doing it. How many times do we have objections to opportunities? So that's one thing. You're thinking towards opportunities more than you are thinking towards objections. And I want you to begin to start thinking towards opportunities in the smallest of details. Had I not been listening to that young man, right, I would have missed that opportunity. Hot tub conversation. And here's something that just came to me right now. It might not even be for me. I might get a story, but someone, you are listening to me and you go, whoa, I have a hot tub. I bring people over. I understand this is COVID-19. You can still have hot tub conversation without people being in your hot tub if you have your personal hot tub, right? Right? You can just have a conversation. So I believe somebody's listening to me right now and they're going, oh, great idea. I was thinking about that. That's how it works because your ears are peaked. Your ears are open. Your eyes are alert and your mind is thinking towards opportunities more than it is towards objection. So that's number one. Number two is our feelings. Our emotions will get in the way. Our emotions get in the way. We have those negative emotions that gets in the way of us seeing, engaging how close are these opportunities for us. What emotion do you have that gets in the way, that get in the way of you grabbing a hold of, seizing the opportunity that will take your life to another level, that will get your life out of trouble, that will get your life out of being locked and feeling imprisoned? What feelings? Is it the feeling? Most people say fear. Is it fear? If it is, say it's fear, and then begin to develop a plan. I work with my clients and showing them these three things. Number one, how to change that thinking that leads towards objection and get it leaning towards more opportunities, and how to have emotional stability, emotional security, emotional fabulosa. That's not a word, I just made that up. But how can we have emotional security and stability as we are moving forward, engaging how close is that opportunity to us? And as you begin to address, what are those emotions that gets in the way? Is it when you're feeling anxious? Is it when you're feeling nervous? Is it when you're feeling out of control? Or maybe it's when you're feeling, I gotta be in control, I gotta be in control. Are those emotions getting in the way and hindering you from seeing how close opportunities really are right there all around you? And I want you to begin to manage those emotions. I'll teach my clients how to have a plan to deal with those emotions. In the business community, you might be familiar with EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence, and the list goes on and on and on. And what it's really saying is once you identify what's getting in the way of those emotions, trust me, you can change it. Third thing and last thing, and that is belief. What you really believe drives what you will really do. What you deeply believe will take you where you will go. I can tell what a person is believing by looking at their action, by looking at their results, by looking at what they produce. So those are the three things that could get in the way. And I want you to start addressing your thinking, your feeling, and your beliefs. And as you begin to address those, if you need to reach out to me, reach out to me. I am your head coach, Frida Doxy, 904-337-9898. And I can help you with that. But I want you to be able to see the objects in the mirror. They are closer than they appear. Opportunities are all around you. Grab a hold of it. Seize those opportunities. Act on them today. Talk to you soon.